What's up, guys?
Yo.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be a little bit more real with you, and we're going to talk about what's achievable, where you should be setting your goals, and why you should be setting your goals this way. See, 95% of us, including us in the past, all feel that we have to look in a certain way because of what's put in front of us, whether it's on a magazine, whether it's on a TV, whether it's people you follow on Instagram. And first off, you might not be genetically built the same way as these people. You might be on a very different path in your life as these people, and you also have the fact that a lot of people use banned substances as well. So to compare yourself and expect yourself to look like someone else is probably a bit far-fetched, and you're potentially setting yourself up for a bit of a fall. So what you need to understand is you need to see how fast you can progress personally, where your body's going to allow you to go, and how you can work with that, really, opposed to looking at other people and going, I want to look like them. Like, I want to look like Dwayne Johnson. I don't actually, but one, I'm never going to look like him. There's some obvious real differences there, but he's 10 times the size of me, and I'm not built that way.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with people like Dwayne Johnson and all these other people in the world who look absolutely incredible to kind of look at and be inspired by.
As long as you're using them for motivation, not comparison.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's one of the biggest things that we feel and see and witness all the time in the health and fitness industry and in the world nowadays is pressure. There is so much pressure, which 9 times out of 10 is put on by ourselves, but subliminally there's little bits of marketing out there that kind of put the pressures across even more so. So first and foremost, when you're setting your goals, when you're going into the gym, when you're seeing these subjective pictures and magazines and conversations and Instagram accounts and stuff like that, just remember to look at them a little bit more objectively. Your goals should be for you, and
Absolutely.
Training should not be any more stressful than the physical act of it being as stressful as it is.
Absolutely. A lot of people that we see, and a good majority of the world, kind of have not a huge amount of self-worth, and they don't value themselves. And you should absolutely know now that the way you look and even the way you perform in the gym is not the sum of you. There's so much more to you than that. Yes, it's great to be healthy and be in good shape. For some people, they want to take it a little bit further and they want to get in really good shape. Great, but quite often that doesn't bring the confidence with it that you expect it to bring you. It actually brings more trauma and more hard work, because you get to a certain size, people know you for looking that way, and you then, this is something that we had, you then got to break that mold of like, oh, everyone expects me to be this way. We called our bloody channel the Lean Machines. We sat there in a room, I said, what should we call it? And they went, the Lean Machines. And I went, all right, let's do it. We weren't even lean at the time, but we got pretty damn lean at one point. And then you're almost kind of chained to that name that you have to look that way. And it's quite important. Leon put a post up the other week saying, here's my comparison before, here's mine after. First one, he was in very good shape. Second one, he's in Zambia, working with WaterAid with a big bucket of water on his head, saying, I am happy. I am not chasing a body percentage goal. I'm not even chasing a physical goal. I am chasing what makes me happy and what makes my life fulfilled. So please, please, please don't feel because of what you see on Instagram and what you see on TV that you have to be that way. You have to be what makes you happy, and sometimes we have to do a little bit of searching to find out what is important to us and what really makes us happy when you take your ego and other people's opinions out of the equation.
Yeah, it's like another thing with self-worth and self-appreciation. Not many people can stand in front of the mirror without looking at the negatives and paying attention to the negatives all the time. And we always think the most beautiful people in the world, literally everybody, is absolutely beautiful. You've got a fantastic body, you've got so much potential, but you don't ever really see that. You look in the mirror and look at the things that you instantly hate or you want to change. So the first step is to actually stand in front of the mirror, whether you're in the nuddy or you got clothes on, whatever it may well be, whatever's your preference, and go, yeah, I bloody love what stood there. Yeah, I might want to change this. Yeah, I want to pluck my eyebrows, or I want to get a new haircut, but don't stress on it. Just accept the fact that the position you're in right now is a bloody very good position. You're an extremely beautiful person, and we all have things we want to work on, but it's not a weakness. It's a strength that we can understand that, but we can also separate it with being positive.
And there's something very liberating when you free yourself from those ties. Like, I've got tiny little calves, and people will comment on videos saying, don't skip legs. What else will we get?
Sparrow legs.
Yeah, I've not read that one.
Leg day skip much.
But to be honest, it's absolutely water off a duck's back. I give 0 fucks. That's the best way to explain it. None were given whatsoever. And that's a really nice feeling to have, because I'm not valued any more or any less whether my calves are 5 inches bigger or whether they're exactly the same now. I do not value myself because of what other people want me to look like or what a magazine tells me I should look like.
Yeah, and every single one of you can, we're going to help you along the way as much as we possibly can, but just start that process by appreciating it, being acceptant, understanding the position you're in right now. It's not a bad one.
We all spend so much time on exercise and kind of the pressures that come with it, which often makes you more insecure, but not very many of us spend any time on inner size. We don't really spend time with ourselves thinking about where our life is going, what we want to do and what we want to achieve and who we want to help or whatever your goals may be. But there's a lot to be said for that, and 90% of the answers that you're looking for and you want in your life are actually, you've already got the answers for them. It's just spending time with yourself. Like, I have friends that literally cannot sit still. Like, even when they're at home by themselves, it's like, if they're by themselves, they have to actually think and talk to themselves, and they start to get scared. So they go to the bath, they have the iPad on, they watch TV, they play the Xbox. They never spend any time by themselves to let themselves think. And I think probably because they're scared of what they'll find.
Yeah, and one of the most beautiful things you'll find is that the second you start to separate, release from the pressures, and you go into the gym or whatever it may all be you want to do. Me personally, going into the gym and just training purely because I want to go in there and I love the feeling of lifting weights, and it hurts and it burns. I enjoy that personally. You suddenly start to realize that there's no pressures, there's no that program that you've looked at that says, oh, you're going to look like that, so you've got that expectation. There's nothing there. You're just free, enjoying the moment. And the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10 the body starts to actually change and respond a lot faster, and it becomes more of like a byproduct of genuinely just relaxing and enjoying the process.
It all comes from a positive place. When you're doing it because you love yourself or you've learned to love yourself, it becomes from a positive place. You're putting positive energy into that. You're not doing it from a negative of, I have to follow this bodybuilder or this person's this because I want to look this way and this is my thing. You're doing, do you know what? I think I'm only going to hit 2 sets on chest today and I'm going to pee around and do some handstands. And you do what you want to do from a positive space. And exercise isn't just about building muscles or dropping body fat. It's about your connection with your body and everything else. And I know that's getting very holistic and stuff now, but there's a lot more to it than just clanging and banging 20 plates.
It is indeed. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot more of this kind of video coming your way because it's stuff that people need to hear. Because it's so simple.
No one needs to know how to burn body fat or do more weights. There's so many.
We love to do that, but there's a million different ways to skin a cat, and there will always be nutrition and training and fat burn and weight loss help that we will bring across. But the most important thing for us personally right now is to start working on inner size as well as exercise. So if you like this video and you've got any other questions, put a comment below. Make sure you give it a massive thumbs up so we know that you enjoyed it, and we'll be back this time next week. We love you all, and goodbye.
Bye guys. The other thing we need to do is make sure the mic's turned on.
Fuck.